Hi, it's Lisa Cuneo. Welcome to my scrapbook table. It's December, so this is my last Stick It Down design team layout for the year. Here's the sketch we are using today, and I'll show you more about that in a moment. Here it is. There's a large thing in the center and then lots of photos around it. I did move my title, but I am using the basic idea. This is the large embellishment that I'm using. My papers and stickers are from an Echo Park kit. I believe it's called Forward with Faith. I have some cut apart cards there. Here are photos. I've printed 2 3x4s to a piece of photo paper. This is my title. It is from Color Cast Designs. It says 2025 year in review, and it's perfect, other than it is dark blue, and there's no dark blue in this collection. And since there are so many colors, I didn't want to add another. So I just took a paint pen and colored the entire thing black with this paint pen. It worked really well. It didn't take too long. I let it dry while we had dinner, and then it was ready to go. And I'm also going to use some of these labels. They're from Heidi Swapp. The orange ones don't work, but the other colors work nicely. So here are my photos laid out. I have 9 photos from early in the year to just last week, or last month, I'm sorry. And I matted each of them with a narrow white border, and then I put a label below each of them because I'm going to add the month of the year when the photo was taken. I'm sorry I had to put the white circle there. I forgot to cover the girls' faces in that photo, and that family prefers that their kids' faces aren't shown on social media. So that's why the big white blob is there. I'm sorry about that. I usually try to put a little post-it note circle so it's less noticeable, but I just forgot about it until when I started to do the voiceover. And I used all different size labels as we go across here. Most of them it's just the month. A few of them I put the event or the location or something about what was happening. For instance, that one we were all at a wedding, and we're at the Ark in the very last one, so I put where we were. But that's just about all the journaling I did. On the tab by that floral cluster, I just wrote a little blurb about the year. Excuse me. I'm going to have 3 embellishment clusters. One you see the beginning of there on that clock, and then there'll be 2 others, one on the left page, one on the right. And I thought I had started that. There we go. I decided those floral stickers were not standing out enough because that's a very busy background. I'm not used to backgrounds quite that busy, and so I decided to take this paper, which pretty much reads as a solid even though it's not. I used a circle punch to make the ends kind of like a label or tickets or whatever on the corners, and I think that helps the embellishment clusters stand out just a little bit. And it was a good way to use up a scrap, which I cut from behind the clock. And there we go. So once I got those glued down, I'm just about out of this Nuvo glue. I did buy a new one and it arrived yesterday. It's not Nuvo, it's a different one, but same sort of thing. But I'm determined to get every last drop out of this bottle of glue. Adding a little bit behind there. And then this one was not quite long enough. I just needed like 1/4 of an inch longer. So I just cut it in half and put it down that way. If you are new-ish to scrapbooking, let me tell you that one thing I wish I had done differently when I started a little over or almost 30 years ago, I wish I had done a page like this for every year. There is nothing, like, I didn't overthink what pictures. I just went through my phone, picked I think I picked 10 and just left one out because it didn't seem to fit. And had an album that was just these year-in reviews. It literally took me less than 2 hours to make this whole layout. That included selecting my photos, printing them, or editing and printing them, and then deciding what papers and things to use and putting it together. I would love to have an album that just had these year-in reviews that is a snapshot of our life from each year since our kids were little. So if you're new to scrapbooking, maybe that's something you want to think about starting. Don't feel like you have to go backwards. Just start this year wherever you are and create a year-in review of just snapshots. They don't have to be the best pictures even, but I really wish I had done that. So I decided to add this sticker that says family because these are family photos mostly and friends who are close enough to be family. So I decided to add that sticker. The still shots are coming up. If you would like to participate in the Stick It Down challenges, please hop over to the Facebook group and look at the sketches and have a shot at them. Thanks so much for joining me today. I hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.